Okay. All right. So this is week 2. We're going to focus on more of like our core this week. So last week was more of the hips. And we'll just get started. We'll hop right into it. Hour-long class. If you have a pillow nearby, it'll come in handy a couple points during class. So just grab one and set it aside. And we'll start by just coming onto your back. Knees are bent. And take one hand to your belly. The other hand can come and rest at your heart. And just take a moment to check in with your body. Check in with your breath. See if you can begin to lengthen your inhale and your exhale, taking deeper breaths in and out. Noticing that as you breathe in, the belly rises, your chest expands. As you exhale, everything softens, kind of drops back towards the floor. And take one more inhale. Exhale all the air out. Let your arms come down to your sides. On your inhale, you're going to lift your arms up overhead, dropping them towards the floor. Exhale, bring the hands back down by your sides. So it's just the arms that are moving. Inhale, they reach up overhead. Exhale, arms come down by the sides. So stay with this motion. Focus on drawing your belly in as you bring your hands back down to your sides, pressing your low back to the floor. Do one more. Inhale overhead. Exhale, arms come down to the sides. You're going to extend your left leg long and keep your foot lifted off of the floor. Reach your right arm overhead. Take a big breath in. Exhale, curl in, elbow towards the knee, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl in. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Curl in. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl in. Set your foot down. We'll switch sides. So the right foot will lift off of the floor. Straighten your leg. Reach your left arm back. Inhale. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to curl in. Really squeeze your belly button towards your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Curl in for 2 more. Last one. And set your foot down. Send your legs long. Reach your arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. Nice big breath in. Fill all the way up with air. And send all of your air out. And bend your knees once more. Feet come flat on the mat. You're going to cross your right ankle over your thigh, coming into a half pigeon pose. And on your exhale, you're going to lift your hips off of the floor. So take a breath in. Exhale, press into your left foot, lift your hips. And lower on the breath in. Lift on your exhale. Lower. Lift. Lower. Make sure that your belly is drawing in as you lift. One more time, lower. And lift. Lower your back onto the mat. You'll switch sides. Cross your left ankle over the knee. Take a breath in. Exhale to push into the floor. Lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more times. Press your shoulders into the mat as you lift it up. 1 more. And release. So both feet are flat on the ground. We're just going to do bridges with both feet planted. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift it up. Really push your hips up high and lower it down. Lift. Squeezing the glutes, your thighs, lower. Lift. Lower. 2 more. Lift it up. Lower down. This time when you lift, you're going to hold. So just really push both feet firmly into the mat. You want to push your hips up towards the sky to get a good stretch through your abdominal muscles. And if your legs are starting to feel it, that's good. We're just warming up the body here, starting to move some energy around. Couple more breaths, nice and deep. And on your next exhale, go ahead and lower all the way. Come on to your side so that you can push yourself all the way up to seated. And once you've gotten to your seated position, bring your arms up into goalpost arms. Take a breath in. On your exhale, you're going to twist towards the left. Keep your arms wide. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist. So this twisting motion is really happening from your core. So you don't have to twist a whole lot to really feel it. As you exhale, you're twisting. Inhale brings you back to center. Good. Bring your hands to your knees. We'll take a few cat and cow. So on your inhale, draw your chest forward, lift your heart. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, rounding the spine. Take a few more. One more time. Inhale, heart comes forward. Exhale, round it out. And come up to seated. And just begin to take some circles here in the torso. So nice and big, coming all the way forward, to the side and back. Checking in with your spine, with your hips. You'll switch directions. And if you'd like, you can roll the neck out as well. That feels good. Good. Coming back to stillness. You'll come all the way up onto your knees to come into a variation of side plank. So starting on your left side, you're going to have your left hand planted and your left shin on the ground. Reach your right leg long. Okay? And then you want your left hand a little bit out in front of your shoulder, not directly underneath. So a little bit of an angle there. Reach your right hand straight up. Draw your belly button towards your spine. And just notice, so there's a lot going on here. Really push your planted hand into the floor. Activate through your core. If you want a little bit more, you can lift that right leg up off of the floor, and that takes it up another level. So decide where you'd like to go. You'll bring your top hand to the nape of your neck. Take a breath in. Exhale and crunch your top elbow towards the left. Inhale up. Exhale, crunching down. 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale to crunch. Remember to keep your belly drawn in. 1 more time. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it in. Reach your right arm up and just take some big arm circles here. Continue to press your left hand into the mat, your left shin, switch directions with the arm, nice and big, opening up through your shoulder. Good. And you'll come up through the center, make your way over to the other side. So doing that same thing now on the right. Right hand is planted, right shin planted. Extend your left leg and reach up. So before moving on to either lifting up the leg or doing the crunches, just check in with your body. Really make sure you're activating through your core. If you'd like, you can lift that top leg. Take your top hand behind the neck. Inhale. Exhale, crunch it down. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it down. And we'll do 3 more. You can always lower the leg halfway through. There's no problem there. 1 more time. Crunching it down. Reach your top arm up and big circles. Notice your breath. Keep it full. Keep it big. Switch directions with the arm. And you'll come over, planting both hands for high plank. So that's your high push-up position. Just being mindful, if you find your butt up in the air or down low, you can always drop to your knees. So we're just gonna build some heat here. Squeeze your thighs. Draw your belly button in and up. And breathe. And take about 2 more breaths, nice and deep. Inhale, full exhale. 1 more time, breathe it in. Exhale, drop to your knees, push back for a child's pose. So you can either have your knees wide with your arms reaching forward, or you can pull your knees close together and reach your arms back towards your toes. And then you'll come back through to a tabletop. We're going to thread the needle, so a little different than normal. So keep your left hand planted. On your inhale, you'll reach your right arm up. Exhale, sweep it through, but don't drop the shoulder down. We're just reaching. And then you're gonna come back up. Inhale. Exhale, reach it through. A little bend in your left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale to reach through, draw the belly in. 2 more times. Inhale up, reach through. Last one, inhale up. And now this time when you reach through, go ahead and settle the shoulder down. You can reach your left fingertips forward to get a good stretch through your shoulders. So throughout your practice, just continue to check in with your breath, noticing the quality of your breath. Notice how your heart rate might change. Making your way back to tabletop, we'll take it to the other side. Your right hand will stay on the mat. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, reach under and through. Inhale up, belly is in. Exhale, reach it through. 3 more times, opening the chest. Exhale to sweep through. And on this last one, go ahead and settle the shoulder down as you reach. You can reach your right fingertips forward. And carefully make your way back to tabletop. Go ahead and just wiggle the hips side to side. Maybe take a couple of hip circles here, connecting with your breath. Find stillness and step back once more to high plank. And again, there's always that option you can lower onto your knees, but we're just firing up through our core here. We're gonna shift our weight forward and then press it back. Shift the weight forward towards the wrists, press back through the heels. 3 more, just like that. Shift forward, press back. If I was on my knees, it would be a little bit less of a shift. And 1 more time, shift forward. And this time, press all the way back, downward facing dog. Finding a comfortable distance between your hands and your feet so that you can lengthen as much as possible through your spine. And take 1 more breath in. Exhale. Inhale, walk your feet forward towards the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, arms come down. We're going to go through a couple sun salutations to warm up the body. So inhale, arms reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, spine is long. Exhale, hands come down as you step back, high plank. Take a breath in to settle. Exhale, low plank. Baby Cobra or up dog. Rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. Relax your jaw, try not to clench. Spread your fingers nice and wide as you push the mat away. Lengthen through your spine. Take one more breath in and out. Look forward. Bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Inhale. Sweep all the way up. Exhale. Arms come down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Nice big breath in. Arms reach up. Forward fold. Belly draws in. Drop your head. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees. Plant your hands. High plank. Take a breath in. Low plank. Elbows stay in. Up dog or baby cobra. Downward facing dog. Settle in with your breath. Take one more inhale. Send all the air out. Bring your feet forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale. Sweep all the way up. Exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Come into chair pose. So your big toes are touching. You're going to bend into your knees and keep your weight back in your heels. So you don't want to be shifting forward. Keep the weight back. Try and lift your heart away from your thighs. And then there's the option to reach your arms up. So steady your breath. Your legs are starting to feel it. Maybe you're starting to feel it in the core. You can always bring your hands back to heart center. Take about 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Spread your feet about hips width distance. Catch opposite elbows, Ragdoll Pose. Let your head hang heavy. And maybe you'll find a sway side to side. If it feels better for you to drop your fingers towards the floor, you can do that. A little bend in the knees is good here too. And release your fingertips to the floor. Bring your feet closer together. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. High plank. All the way down, low plank. Baby cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. So everybody will start by stepping your left foot forward, coming into a low lunge. Your back knee, so your right knee will be on the ground. You're going to bring your hands together at heart center. Inhale. And on your exhale, bring your right elbow across the front thigh to twist. Press your palms together firmly. And think about pulling your belly button away from your front thigh, just to stay engaged through your lower abdomen. If you look up, you can get a nice stretch through your neck, but if that's not comfortable, just take your gaze to a point that's comfortable for you. Option to either stay here, or with your back toes curled under, you can straighten out that back leg and come off of the back knee. Take a couple more breaths. On your next exhale, lower onto your back knee. Release your twist. Push back to child's pose. Again, you can take that wide knee or closed knee, child's pose. Come up to tabletop. You'll step your right foot forward, finding that low lunge once again. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale to twist. Left elbow across the thigh. Keep your palms pressed as you take your gaze up towards the sky. Now, if you want to come off of the back knee, but you're nervous, maybe you have a chair nearby, or like I have my couch, I might use my hand on the couch to come up and then come back into the twist. So wherever you are, take about 3 more breaths. And lower onto your back knee, releasing your twist. Child's pose. Push it back, let your head drop towards the floor. Noticing the rhythm of your breath, notice your heart rate. See if you can even out your inhales with your exhales. Come forward to tabletop. Push back to your downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. So, your back foot's turned out at about 45 degrees, and draw your hips so they point towards the front of your mat. Now really, we're focusing on our core, so bring your attention there, pull the lower belly in, and if you feel nice and steady, you can reach the arms up overhead. Notice your breath as you inhale, everything is expanding outward. As you exhale, things are coming back into the center. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale and open to warrior 2. Good. Gaze over your front fingertips. Draw your shoulder blades together. Continue to activate through your core. Flip your front palm. Inhale to reverse. Keep the bend in your front knee. Exhale, hands to the mat. You have the option to flow through high plank to low, or just meet in a downward facing dog. Other side, you're gonna step your left foot through, warrior 1. Make sure your back foot is planted. It's turned out at about 45 degrees. Hips are forward. Settle in with your breath. Notice what's going on in the body. And soften the muscles of your face. Take another breath in. Open up on your exhale, warrior 2. Gaze is steady over your front fingertips. Belly engaged. Flip your front palm, reverse. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down, high plank to low, or just meet in downward facing dog. Everybody take your gaze forward. You're gonna step your right foot forward, come all the way up to a high lunge. So this high lunge, that you have your back knee bent and your back heel is lifted off of the floor. Good. If you're feeling steady here, go ahead and open the arms up to goalpost arms once again. See if you can send your elbows back, lift your heart. Hold it here. Make sure you're breathing, nice big breath in. Exhale, reach your arms up. Warrior 3. So warrior 3, you're coming to balance on one foot. Reaching the arms straight forward. Good. Now, continue to keep your left leg lifted. You're just gonna stand up nice and straight. Left foot is lifted. Back to warrior 3. Stand up straight as you breathe in. Left foot is lifted. Warrior 3. You can bring the hands to heart center for a little more balance. Inhale, stand up nice and tall. Exhale, warrior 3. So really engage the core to help with your balance. We'll do one more. Inhale up. Exhale. And come all the way back up. Set your left foot down. Fingertips come down by your sides. Take a big breath in. Just reset. Reach up above. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands come through to center and onto your waist. Step your right foot back for high lunge. So keeping your shoulders right over the hips as much as possible, trying not to lean forward. Once you feel steady in your feet, draw your belly in to engage your core. Arms come to goalpost arms. See if you can find that little lift through the heart. Send your elbows back to open up through your chest. Reach your arms straight up. Shift forward for warrior 3. So take your time. Lift the back leg up. Holding here. Continue to press firmly through your standing foot. Inhale, come up. Keep your right foot lifted. Exhale, warrior 3. There's that option to bring your hands to heart center for more balance. Or if you're just feeling a little bit too much in your shoulders, bringing hands to heart center is really helpful. Going through 2 more. Shift forward. Come to stand straight up. Shifting forward, warrior 3. And stand straight up. Set both feet down. Inhale, arms up overhead. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Exhale, hands through to heart center, coming into tree pose. You'll bring your right foot up first, either to the ankle, or if it feels okay, you can bring it up to the inner thigh. Again, if you need a little more balance, coming to a wall or a chair is fine. So these balancing poses really work our core. They help build strength. And when we talk about core, it's this part, but it's also the low back. So kind of this whole middle area is what we're really focusing on. Belly is in, heart is lifted. And go ahead, release your right foot down. Switch sides, left foot comes up. Just be aware, so if you're working with any like knee injuries, your body might be different from one side to the other, so just keeping the foot low at the ankle can help to avoid straining your knee. And then reach behind, catch opposite forearms, open up through your heart. Continue to breathe deeply. Allow your ribs to expand on your inhale, softening on your exhale. Release your left foot down, release your arms, and then spread your feet about hips width distance, hands to your hips. Just take some hip circles in one direction, nice and big, and switch sides. You'll find stillness here. Spread your feet a little bit wider. We're going to come to triangle pose. So your right foot, go ahead and turn it so it points towards the front of your mat. Your left foot is pointing straight out towards the side. Arms extend. You'll reach forward on an inhale and exhale your right hand right to your shin. Reach your left fingertips up. All right, so press through both feet nice and firm. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Find your breath. Connect with your full breath. You're going to take your top hand to the nape of your neck. Inhale. And on your exhale, crunch down, just like in the beginning. Elbow to elbow. Inhale, open up. Exhale, crunch down. So go for about 3 more. If you want more of a challenge, you can reach that right arm out and crunch, but it's really hard. So hand to the shin is just fine. And you'll come all the way back up into warrior 2. Find a bend in your right knee. Working our way to side angle pose. Bring your forearm to thigh. Left fingertips reach up. And if you like that hand at the nape of your neck or at the base of your back, that's fine. So just pull your belly in, really press through the floor. Breathe nice and deep for 3, 2, 1 more breath in. Exhale, straighten your front leg, come up, and we'll just switch sides. So right foot turns in, left foot out, triangle pose, reach it forward, left hand to your shin. And your left hand is on your shin, but just make sure that you're really engaging through your core and pressing through your feet. You don't want to be so weight-bearing on the shin. Take your top hand to the nape of your neck. Inhale. Exhale to crunch it down. Inhale up. You can reach your left arm forward if you want. Exhale, crunch. About 3 more. And crunch. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, crunch it down. Coming up, all the way nice and straight into Warrior Two. Side angle pose. Bring your front forearm to the thigh. Reach straight up with your top hand. So notice if your shoulders are crunching up towards your ears, see if you can pull them back and down. Continue to draw your lower belly in. Take one more breath in. Send it all the way out. Come up to stand, pyramid pose, right side. Pivot your feet. Your front foot straight forward, back foot at a 45-degree angle. Catch opposite forearms. Inhale, up. Exhale, bowing forward. So you're really using your core strength here to keep your balance. Allow your head to drop. You don't want to strain through your neck at all. And over time, you're working towards straightening your front leg, but a little bend in the knee to start is just fine, especially if you have a tight hamstring. Press through your feet, engage your core to come up to stand. Keep your arms bound and just pivot the feet, taking it to the left. Inhale up, your hips are squared towards the front of the mat. Bow it forward as you exhale. See if you can get your weight evenly dispersed between your front and back foot. So you're really pushing equally into the ground with both feet. You'll release your hands towards the floor, a little bend in the front knee to help you get there. Step back, high plank. So just pause, hold, and breathe for 3, 2, really engage through your thighs. And on your next exhale, lower all the way to your belly. And when you get there, go ahead, just rest one cheek on the mat. So, like I said, our core is not just our, our abdomen, but it's our lower back as well. So you can keep one cheek rested on your hands or rest your chin. We're going to do some leg lifts. So just with the right side to start, you're going to lift your right leg up and lower. And now it doesn't have to come super high off the ground. Just about 6 inches or so is plenty. So think when you lift, you're exhaling. When you lower, that's when you inhale. Go for 3 more. 2. And 1 more. Lower your foot down. And we'll switch sides. So left leg lifts and lowers. So as your left leg is lifting, make sure you're continuing to press your right foot firmly into the ground. All right, so we're really active through both legs. Three more. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. 2. And last 1. So now we're going to do both legs at the same time. Big toes come to touch. Again, they don't have to lift very far away from the floor. We're just going to do 5. So exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower for 3, 2, and last 1. You're going to hold the legs up. Bring your hands right underneath of your shoulders. Locust pose. So Either hands here or reach your arms back. Stay with it, find your breath. Go ahead, release all the way to the floor. Rest one cheek to the mat. If it feels good in your body, you can bend your knees and just windshield wiper the legs side to side. And here it's a really good opportunity to feel your heartbeat. So I can almost hear mine lying down. Go ahead, find stillness in your legs. Bring your hands right under your shoulders and push yourself up onto your knees. If you have sensitive knees, you can either double up your mat, so holding it in for a little extra cushion, or grab a blanket, just slide it right under your knees. We're gonna come into Camel Pose, which is a really great upper back opener, but it also just lengthens our torso and like gets a good stretch. Really important that you keep your core in for this. So bring your hands to your low back. You wanna squeeze your elbows towards each other. Draw your navel towards your spine. Begin to push your hips forward. Gaze comes up. So you can see I'm not really dumping at all into my lower back. It's really an upper back bend, and my breath helps stretch through my abdomen. Take one more inhale. Exhale, coming up. Pause here for a moment. Take your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands through heart center. One more inhale up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Come back to Camel Pose. Elbows squeeze behind you. Draw your belly button in and begin to push your hips forward as your gaze goes up. Make sure your core is engaged. Take one more breath in. Exhale, come on up. And again, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good. Come on to your back. We're gonna come into bridge pose. So lying down with your knees bent. Feet are about hips width distance apart. Just take a moment, notice your low back. If you feel like there's an arch in your low back and there's space between your body and the mat, see if you can press it down into the floor. So this will help engage your core. All right, and then just begin. You're gonna lift your tailbone, lift your low back, and then your mid back. So now I'm pushed up into bridge and lower. Your mid back, your lower back, and the tailbone. Again, one by one. Tailbone lifts, low back, mid back, lower it down, mid, lower, tailbone. One more time. Rolling up, roll it down. This time, when you press up, go ahead and hold for a bridge pose. So tuck your shoulders underneath of you. If you'd like, you can interlace your fingertips. Continue to push your hips up towards the sky. Make sure your shoulders are really rooted down in the floor and your heart is opening up here as well. Release it down, release your fingertips, roll your spine all the way down to the ground. Feel your low back connect with the floor. We'll do one more just like that. So inhale, roll the spine off of your mat. Tuck your shoulders and open up. So you're opening up through your abdominal muscles here, your ribs. You're creating space through the ribs and around the heart. Really press your feet firmly into the ground. You'll definitely feel it in your legs. Take one more breath in. Release it all the way down to the mat. Let your arms come out to the side. And you'll extend both legs straight up towards the sky. So we are focused on the core today. We are going to continue to focus there. Option, you can have your hands underneath of your seat for a little support or right off to the side. You're going to lower your right leg down, lift it up, left leg goes down, lift it up. So just continue with this motion. If you want the hands under the seat, that's fine. You can bring them there. Pull your belly button in and try to keep your low back flush with the floor. Go for one more on each side. Bend your knees, let the feet drop to the floor, taking a little bit of a break. So just take a breath in and out. This time, both legs will reach up and down together. So you will inhale to lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. About 3 more. And if you're feeling it in your low back, don't lower as far, or you can even bend your knees. Take one more. Everybody bend your knees, drop the feet to the ground, reach your arms overhead. Go ahead and reach your legs long here as well. We're going to come into, I call it banana pose. You're just going to walk both feet over to the right side of your mat. And then both arms overhead over towards the right. So now you've created what looks like a banana. So you're stretching through the left side of your body here, lengthening it. Deep breath in and out. Make your way over to the other side. So both feet over towards the left, both arms overhead to the left. And it's a gentle stretch. You don't have to feel a lot, you don't have to make yourself feel it, but if you do, that's fine as well. Release any tension in your jaw. Come back through to center for a supine twist. So bring your left knee up, bring your left foot to your thigh, and just drop it over towards the right. So getting a twist through the spine. Come up through to center and you'll switch sides. So the right foot to the left leg and drop it over to the side. Softening through both shoulders, soften your jaw. Steady your breath. Come back through to center. Let your knees splay out so that the soles of your feet can come to touch. Take one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Coming back to where you started today. Check in with your breath. Notice if there's any shift in your energy. And when you're ready, just allow the arms to come down next to your sides. Straighten out both legs. For your final rest. And if you're thinking about what you're going to do when this is over, for the next couple of moments, just find comfort, find stillness, knowing that right here there's nothing else for you to do and nothing else for you to accomplish. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can roll onto one side, making your way up all the way to a seat. Find a tall spine, one clean line of energy from the crown of your head through to your tailbone. Bring your hands together at heart center. Offer yourself gratitude for showing up, for putting in the work, because it certainly is work, and we will seal practice with the sound of Om. Namaste. Thank you all for joining. You can unmute yourselves if I don't get to you first.